In this video, we're going to be looking at how do you get the most bang for your buck with the New South Wales Dine and Discover vouchers, and how can you get a glass of wine with this deal. So watch to the end to see my favorite recommendation about a place to go to get this deal and a glass of wine. If we haven't met before, my name is James Folland and I make videos for wine lovers to learn more about the world of wine. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Now, let's get straight into it. It's worth noting that you can't technically get alcohol with the Dine and Discover vouchers, but there's lots of marketing deals out there to be able to double the value, which allows you to buy alcoholic beverages. So let me show you what one of those options looks like to get a glass of wine with your Dine and Discover voucher and also double the value of $25 in the process. So that's a $50 worth of value right there. The Australian Venue Co. is offering an additional $25 to spend in a house, which is the big unlock to be able to get that value alongside that Dine and Discover. But please be aware that you can't use your two vouchers at the same time, and you can't also use your voucher to directly purchase alcohol. However, the additional $25 app credit can be used to purchase food and beverages alongside the food purchase. So that's the thing that allows this deal to happen and this deal to work. So there's 10 venues within the network for Australian Venue Co. And the top 3 that I'd recommend is looking at United near King Street Wharf, as well as the Manly Beachfront in Manly for Manly Wine, as well as the Winery in Surrey Hills. Now, let's jump in to looking at some of their menus. So, let's go with the United menu. So, straight off the bat, you could potentially get a glass of champagne for $19 as part of that extra value. Or if you're interested in some Pinot, you'll notice as we go through this list of venues that they purchase similar bottles and brands of wine between the different venues and estates. If you wanted to go for Pinot Grigio, you can get an $11 glass here. If you wanted to pool with some friends, you could potentially have a friend share a bottle of Sauv Blanc with you for $50, pooling that together. Back to the champagne, you could potentially have 4 friends help share a bottle of champagne, depending on how this deal gets applied. Because $25 of extra spend on top of the food means $100 worth of additional spend you could potentially spend on beverages of your choice. Please keep in mind that it depends on how these discounts are applied at checkout for all these foods. It might be a case of one person and one glass for this. And they've also, got an interesting variety of reds. I'd be curious to see how the Wins and the Edge of the World Cab Savs go. Oh, the Cab Sav, as well as the Shiraz Cabernet. We're going as we go into winter. So that'd be the first recommendation at United and their wine menu. You can also look at number 2, the Manly Wine, and they've got a variety here in the reds, classic Pepper Jack Shiraz for $12.50 that you have the opportunity to have a glass of. I think one of my favorites here would be the Coldstream Hills Pinot Noir for $14 as part of this deal. Potentially even trying to find 3 friends to help get a bottle of that. Or even go a little further afield. Italy, Chianti, something from overseas, but would prefer to buy Australian wine. As well as that, there's the option around sparkling and Prosecco. You can also have the option of another champagne noting that this per bottle price is slightly cheaper than the bottle price at the previous one, and also the glass price is 50 cents cheaper, just being a stickler for a bargain when it comes to wine. So you could get another glass of champagne here. You could also get a glass of Riesling. It would probably be quite nice as you walk the road to enlightenment, looking at this clear valley. You could also access cocktails, but let's focus on wine and a variety of rosé as well. So there's quite a variety you can choose from depending on your drinking tastes and preferences. My third and favorite recommendation would be the winery and Surrey Hills. I think I like where they're located and also like their wine list the most. So they showcase a variety of wines from Tempest 2. You could potentially get on this deal around a carafe of rosé or prosecco alongside a board of food of antipasti, as well as you've also got that option of champagne, a little bit more expensive, but when it's included as value, you're still getting that glass of champagne. And if it's only used once up to the value of $25, why not get the $22 worth of value? And then going down, it'd be really interesting to see how some of these wines would go. Rocky Gully Cab Sav, Son of a Gun, Cab Shiraz. I'd be really keen on seeing if they've got Sharon Smith Shiraz on Corrigan. That'd be probably my pick for this winery, that Corrigan. I'd also ask if they have any other wines on Corrigan. You might get lucky and find a bargain, because you can be a more expensive bottle that is opened that can be preserved for a longer period of time. So from a restaurant perspective, they can open that and potentially serve glass by glass for a whole bottle for customers for a whole week. And that helps keep the value of that bottle there for customers. So that would be my pick for all of these restaurants with the wineries. And remember, to apply this deal, you need to go through the process of getting the app, the AVC app, to be able to double your value. So registering, getting the welcome credit that goes alongside the Dine Discover voucher. And that's the key unlock to get a glass of wine with your Dine Discover experience. And I would encourage you to get together with a group of friends, make a booking, plan ahead to maximize getting the value that you can from your Dine Discover vouchers. You get that $25 plus you can get that extra $25 for food and beverage spend, which is an exciting opportunity to get basically a free glass of wine along the way. And if you're savvy enough, you might even be able to split a whole bottle amongst friends for that value. If you've liked that video, give me a like so this can be suggested to other people so they can learn about this great deal that is on offer. If you want, share it with your friends on Facebook so they can learn about this as well. And I'd love for you to comment below if you had a chance to use this, share what your experience has been like for the benefit of others. And if you've enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. And remember, wine is best enjoyed with friends and family. And I'll see you in the next video. If you want to watch a recent video of mine, click or tap the card here. And if you want to watch a video that YouTube's recommending to you, please click or tap the card here.